everybody. Welcome back to our channel. I'm Bree.
And I'm Evan.
And this is Reality Check TV. Here's where we discuss some of our favorite reality shows to watch together as a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So if you love reality TV like we do, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell so you can get notified anytime we post a new review.
Always with the quickness.
What's up, beautiful people? Thank you for coming back. I hope you had an amazing weekend. We hope you had an amazing weekend. My weekend was full of Risa Tisa, okay? So I'm just coming up for air right now, all right? So that was my whole weekend, and I don't regret one moment of it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know what rock you've been hiding under, but I need you to go search it right now. And thank me later. Just thank me later. I don't say I never did nothing for y'all, okay? But we are still coming down from our Valentine's Day high. But we are back with a little bit of a remix of our little weekly recaps that we do on these shows, okay? If you haven't noticed, in the thumbnail for this video, we put two shows together. And yes, it is exactly what you think. We are going to be talking about Love and Marriage DC and Ready to Love all in one. So this is a 2-for-1 special, y'all, okay? For a couple of reasons. One reason, we a little late, right? So we wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way. Another reason is we also wanted to do a separate video on our feelings on Love is Blind. Okay, so we have that coming. And then another reason, and this is really the main reason. So I really should have just said this. These two episodes were not entertaining.
Pretty boring. Pretty boring.
Yeah, like there's not a lot to talk about. So we felt like it would be a little funny to do like 10-minute videos for each on different days. So we just decided to put the two together.
Yeah.
It made more sense. And if you are someone that watches one show but not the other, and you really not checking for the other show, listen, I'm going to do you a solid, and I'm going to put the timestamps in the description of the video. So you know exactly at what point we're talking about what shows. Okay? See, I love y'all. I'm always going to go the extra mile for y'all. Y'all my peoples. You got anything to add to that?
No, let's talk about these boring-ass episodes from last week.
Yes. Y'all, and results are in. We're keeping red. Red is the color for February, but February is almost over, so we just gonna rock with it, though. But anyways, you ready?
Yeah, let's push through this.
Okay. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to start off with DC because this is the quickest one, okay? Y'all, they did a whole bunch of nothing in this episode. Like, this is crazy.
This whole episode was nothing but shooting the breeze.
It was like, whoa, there is truly, y'all, and I know I probably say this often, but there's truly is only a couple of things to talk about. Honestly, really only one, and that is Joy, Clifton, Ashley, and Quick. That's really it. So this episode picked up where last week left off. It was a to be continued. They're in this suite, or they're at the basketball game in their suite. This is Quick and Ashley's suite. Quick went to the court for some reason. I don't know why, but he left. And Ashley and Joy were having a conversation outside. It went left. They not hearing each other. They don't like each other. They don't trust each other. Let's move on. Well, Ashley, this is where Ashley went wrong. And why Ashley, this is always going to be a hurdle for me and you. Because I be really trying to kind of like you. I don't know, because there's literally nobody on this show that I am connecting with that I really like. So it's hard. But girl, I can't with the mean girl bullying tactics. I really can't. She come in loud, angry. She like, y'all can leave my suite. Ashley, this is where it should have stopped. You should have asked them to politely leave, gather their belongings. They can exit stage left. That was it.
And
Right?
to be honest with you too, like everybody should have left anyways. The Wizards suck. So
Okay, now
I
we're getting
know
off topic.
I know that I know, like they're talking about, oh, we
Now
got
we're
a
getting off
suite,
topic.
we got a suite for the game, like you watching the Lakers. Y'all are watching the Wizards, and I know them suites are discounted
my God.
because they do not sell out their tickets. They have nobody, so everybody can just leave and save each other's time. But back to schedule.
I don't even know who this is. I don't even know what team this. I don't know.
The Washington
okay?
Wizards suck.
I was like, what is this? The Wizards, the Ninjas. I don't know. It don't even matter, okay? You tell me that you inviting me to a suite, that means there's going to be snacks where I don't have to leave my seat and go down to like a concession stand or nothing. Like the snacks is right behind me, okay? I'm going to always go.
Nah, the only snacks they had there was drama.
They had snacks because Ashley was eating snacks before the petties got there. I know a snack when I see a snack.
Oh, she must have ate something rotten because Ashley was on it, boy.
Anyways, she comes back in. She's yelling. She's telling them to leave, right? But this is where it went completely wrong to me because your first issue is you approach Big Boy. What's his name? Clifton. You approach Clifton. For what? For what? She gonna ask, oh, like, what you mean? Like, I was jealous of Joy. Like, why does it matter? Like, bro, like, Ashley, this is where you're missing me. Because at the end of the day, honest to God, if I'm not jealous of a person, which I don't have the jealous spirit. Let's be very clear. I do not have the jealous spirit. I love women. I love giving women their credit, giving people their credit. Women, men, people, especially Black people. So I don't have the jealous spirit. I'm always uplifting people. But if that was the case, I guess, like, my thing is, if I'm truly not jealous of somebody and somebody's saying that I'm jealous, which somebody has said that to me before, and it was laughable because I was like, oh, okay, girl. and I moved on. Like, I'm not about to sit here and argue with you about something that's real stupid. What am I jealous of you for? For what? What? Okay, girl. If that's what helps you sleep at night. So the fact that this is the third episode and you're still talking about how people said or they said you heard from somebody else that they think that you jealous of Joy. Like, why does it matter? That's the moral of this story. Why does it matter? But she's going off. She's still approaching Clifton about it. That's when I said last week, like, he kind of like leaned forward. And to me, that's where he went wrong too. It's kind of like, why engage with her? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was just for what? And Ashley loses her shit. She just goes off. Oh my God. Then you had freaking production and the cameramen coming from behind the cameras trying to break stuff up. She calls him a sassy ass bitch. I was like, see, look at you. Wrong road, Savannah. Wrong road. Let me tell you how all of y'all are wrong. Again, Ashley, coming into the suite, if you really that girl, let me tell you how Brianna would handle it. Okay, so I'm going to have to ask you guys to leave. Like, like, this is my suite. I need you guys to collect your things, and I would really like for you to leave. Next, I am not threatening nobody. I am not breaking a nail. I'm not trying to fight nobody. Do you see this face? Do you think I'm going to fight? Do you think I'm just out here saying I'm about to fight this big old man? Are you kidding me? This is stupid. What am I arguing for him for? Why am I going to break a sweat? For what? Look at me. Why would I do that? It just didn't make any sense. That's all Ashley needed to do. I'm going to need for you guys to leave. Okay? That's it. Then, Clifton. Again, there was no need for you to engage with Ashley. For no reason. Joy. The moment that this bitch said anything to Clifton, Brianna would have been like, whoa, wait a minute. No. Don't say nothing to him. You deal with me. Why are you talking to, don't come up, don't roll up on him. You talk to me. I'm not having that, because at the end of the day, any woman that's feeling like that they can approach Evan in front of me, you're completely out of line. Because what we're not going to do is end up in a situation like this one where you can go back and tell people that my man was in your face and my man was coming at you wrong and being disrespectful. Like, I'm not even going to give you the opportunity to do that, especially right in front of my face. We're not doing that. Like, you don't need to talk to him about a damn thing. I'm standing right here and we already had a conversation. So Clifton, get your stuff. Let's go. We're leaving. And that's another thing. Joy and Clifton, why stay and continue to kind of like argue and go back and forth? Like, get your things and leave.
Yeah, I mean, because first of all, for them, first they're just like, well, you ain't about to throw us out. We're going to leave. We want to leave.
Yeah, no.
Number two, like, in a situation like that, I'm just going to ask the girls in my face, what'd you do that? That's the one I'll get on.
You're not going to have to say nothing. That's my point. There's no reason for you to say anything. I am standing right there. And my thing is I'm not saying, let me be very clear. I'm not saying that Evan can't have a conversation or a disagreement with a woman in front of me. My point is the way Ashley came into the room, she was loud and on one. And she like walked up on Clifton. And to me, we're not doing that. That's the part for me. I just feel like the energy that she was on, it just can't be a thing.
And you know what's so funny? I was laughing at this scene, and I think I was laughing at something nobody else was laughing at.
What?
This show is so bottom of the barrel. And watching this scene, I'm just like, Carlos literally has this show in the closet and opens the door to check on it when he wants to. And it's like, for this show to really kind of be limited with its action and stuff right now, it was just laughable. Like, I'm really putting Bell Collective ahead of DC.
Ooh, y'all.
Like,
that's a big statement coming
Bell
from
Collective is going in front of DC. And we all know all them fake Bellas and all that stuff. Like,
because anytime I watch that and he's in the room, like, he comes into the room, he looks at me like, are you serious? Like, do we have to watch this? Can we put anything else on TV? That's a big statement, y'all.
Maybe I'm spoiled by Huntsville. And so I expect
That's what it is.
So much more substance and so much more.
That's what it is.
That I'm not getting with DC.
I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. Carlos King, like, he struck gold with Huntsville, right? Huntsville gets on my nerves. Y'all know that. They get on my nerves. These people on that show that I feel like should be locked up. But
well, they're close to
it. Some big facts. But the show it was so striking and like attention grabbing from season 1. Like, I don't know if it's just like the characters of it, but it was something about it. And my thing is it's in Huntsville, right? Because I told you I had so much high hopes for DC. DC is one of my favorite cities next to New York. Those are my 2 favorite places to go and to visit. And I really had high hopes for it. But I feel like it's not landing for me. And it's so funny because Huntsville, the one that I feel like most people had, they didn't have any expectations of that, to be quite honest. I feel like it was the unexpected success story for Carlos. I really do. I don't think he was even predicting for it to have the imprint and impact the way it has and to still be on TV. And Detroit and DC is, for some reason, it's not landing.
But I'll be honest with you. What makes Huntsville is the characters at the end of the day. Because if you want to compare Huntsville to DC and Detroit, who's the melody of those series? Nobody sticks out.
Mel is the only person that has come across my screen on reality TV that I really feel like I can relate to. So I was not expecting for anybody to hit that level. But every reality show with this type of like ensemble cast, y'all know there's always like that lead character, like that lead person, right? Like the queen bee of the show. So if that's your question, for Detroit, it was supposed to be, I don't even remember their names, so I'm not gonna go there.
That's how trash it was.
For DC, let's draw it back home to DC, because this really doesn't need to be a long video. For DC, I feel like they centered the show to be Monique Samuels. Monique leaves after season 1. That doesn't work at all. And what ended up happening is we had this vacant spot. And this vacant spot, Ashley has her eyes on the prize. She sees that vacant spot. And that is why she is arguing and being extra.
But she's not built like that for that spot. I'll be honest with you. Like, really, she's not a first stringer. I don't feel Ashley. So, and that's the thing with Huntsville. Ashley doesn't have much going on as others to have that spot. And like I said, and like I said, I'm not trying to talk about Huntsville the whole time, but if you take it away from it, despite how Bree feel about him being an asshole, Martell is entertainment. Martell brings a story. At the end of the day, as much of a creep he is, Maurice and Kimmy bring stories. Marsau and Letitia bring scams and lawsuits. And it's still a story.
Yeah, I got you. But at the end of the... again, like, this is not a Huntsville
It's
review.
It's not.
But because I would argue some of those things. But I see what you're saying. If we're starting from... Because what? DC is in... This is season 3. So if we're thinking about season 3 of Huntsville, I mean... prime Huntsville time, right? So at this point, you have Mel and Martell getting their divorce. You have, Kimmy still dealing with, Maurice's ex-wife. You have the rumors that are really percolating about Marceau. Wanda is still on the show at this point. It was a lot. Destiny was on the show at that point. It was a lot going on, and I think people's real lives were really entertaining. But our biggest critique for the show was, or still is, they don't show
what they need to
what
show.
Really is going on the show. And that's where Huntsville has completely taken a different turn that I'm not feeling, but we're still watching, and I will still continue to watch. We talk a lot of shit, but we always gonna watch Huntsville.
And y'all, my fault. Let me reel us back into DC. I didn't mean to take us to Huntsville.
Yeah, like, see what you made me do.
So let me reel this back in. But yeah, Ashley wilding out. I feel she's very extra. Like I said, Clifton, Joy, just leave. I mean, just leave. Because honestly, like I said, and I said it last time, they shouldn't have been invited, because this is what was going to happen. And Bigger Jamie, of course, orchestrated this because he was in the damn, whatever you want to call it, suite, talking about, the elephant in the room, let's talk about it. So that's what happened.
Yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, we can talk about your point about who is that, who is in charge of the girls on this show. And that's Ashley's goal. That is the ammo that she has right now with arguing, saying like, she was supposed to get a thank you from the Petties for including them on the show. But listen, I feel like when she makes that's why she keeps bringing it up. Like, y'all supposed to thank me, and that's why she keeps harping on the issue, because she wants the viewers, she wants us to know that she's the one that is moving the show along. She's the one that is recommending people to be on the show. I also heard that Sherelle, I think that's her name, Sherelle or Sherella, I don't know. It's one of them. She was supposed to be on the show. I'm trying to get more information on this. Y'all put it down in the comments if y'all know why or what is going on with Sherella not being part of the cast. Because I heard that she was supposed to be, and that's one of Ashley's issues. There was a couple of girls on the show that has been trying to block it or something. I don't know. And when I say a couple of girls, I'm going to assume it would be Arena and Joy. I have no idea, but I definitely feel like Sherella needs to be a part of the cast. Like, for real, for real. I feel like even in her confessional, she has more personality. She really knows how to talk to the camera. And I feel like she can really move the girls along when you give her the space to do so. But they have been kind of really playing her like she the friend of the show. And to me, I feel like she has the most personality than all of the girls here. Like, Arena doesn't really land for me. Like, it's not really giving. I think she's a beautiful woman, but it's just not landing. Winter, we barely see Winter, and I feel like that ain't really working. I don't know.
I've never said her name during our review.
I don't know. I like Winter.
I only know about 6 characters on this show.
I think I like Winter.
I only know about 6 characters on this show, to be honest with y'all.
And Ashley keep missing the mark. She's definitely the insecurity for me. I just feel like, girl, like, what are we doing? Like, I feel like you're forcing certain issues and starting beefs that don't have to be that way. So again, coming from their basketball game, when she tells Quick the next day about what happened, because again, remember, Quick was out of the suite, like he left. And of course she gave him the watered down version. She made it seem like Clifton just was trying to argue with her. And then she also said that people in the street saying that, like, that's what he does. Like, he loves to argue with women. And people have said or asked her, like, why y'all hanging out with them? Like, he's a known, bitch, whatever.
Well, yeah, according to Ashley, he's another member of the women on the show.
Right. She calls him a sassy ass bitch. Again, long story short, Quick ended up calling Clifton and was basically like, yo, what's up? Like, what happened the night before? Like, I heard you was disrespectful to my wife. Clifton's like, how was I disrespectful? I didn't feel like I was disrespectful. I didn't call her out of her name. I was really just matching her energy. I didn't even really get to say much. And then Quick kind of left it with, like, well, we gonna have to figure out how to handle this type of thing. And it's just kind of like, okay. Like,
I mean, what you gonna do? Stand on a chair and slap him? Like what you gonna do?
I mean, Quick said he that nigga. He said, I'm that dude in these streets.
Yeah, especially when you can get a press box at a Wizards game for discount.
Evan, that is important. That's real.
Those tickets low as hell.
Hell, we can't get a press box at the Wizards game. I don't even know who the Wizards are. We can't get a press box at the Hornets game. Not right now. Nor would I really want
Shit, we can be the commentators at the game. That's how much they suck.
Who, the Wizards or Hornets?
Hornets, both.
This isn't about sports, Evan. They're telling us to focus. I can see them now.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell y'all this. After that, not shit happened. Boom.
That's our opinion on it, okay, y'all? This review is a hot-ass mess. I'm trying to tell you that right now.
Boom.
We're not focused at all. At all.
There's nothing to focus on because nothing happened.
And I already had a little bit of wine. It's been a rough day. Leave me alone. Just know that they need to pick things up. They ended the freaking show with Winter inviting Arena and Ashley to a couples trip. They're doing a couples ski trip. And, oh, by the way, Ashley and Winter are friends now. Great. And Winter lets them know, I invited the Petties and I invited Sharella and Block. What's their last name? I don't know. Everybody's invited to this. One other thing that I want to mention, do you think that Arena and Jamie are wrong? Do you feel like they're picking sides when it comes to the Petties and the Silvas?
I'm in between that. I'll be honest with you, like, these friends on these shows, they're not really friends. I'll say it like that.
Oh, well, they're really friends.
No, I'll say it like this because I'll be honest with you. One thing I can say with Silva leaving to go sit down by the court and sit in the little kid section. He a short dude.
Can you just focus?
When Ashley and Clifton were going at it or whatever, I do believe if y'all are such great friends, as a man, And if, Clifton, deciding to, get an Ashley, they get at it. I think as a man, Jamie should have stepped in. Because the thing is, if y'all somewhere and Silver's gone, if y'all are boys, you're going to protect his wife.
I agree with that. Or not, because in this
and
situation,
hold her accountable and responsible for her actions.
I was just about to say
that. Because if y'all are boys, if y'all are friends, it's one of those things where you guys are going to hold each other accountable. And if the other person's not around, you will substitute to be there for that person.
Yes. I was just about to say that because the Tylers don't feel like Ashley was right. They feel like she was wrong. And I agree. If it was, our friends, one of our couple friends, and we were in this situation, I wouldn't have taken the approach that the Tylers did, where they really were just standing there when this was all happening. Right. So it really would be like, girl, come here. Ashley, get your ass over here. Yeah. that would seriously. Be me as her homegirl.
That's if y'all are really friends.
Right.
Keeping it above.
Right. So yeah, it's just weird. I can't relate because this scenario, it just would completely look different if it was us. It would just look different.
First of all, I'm not inviting people over who we have friction with.
On a reality show, you would.
Huh?
If we're on a reality show, we would.
They'd have to force me.
Yeah, with the check. We need this scene.
I can pull a Courtney. What you mean?
That's true.
Courtney did not play that shit.
That's true.
It's what he said, Stormy. You got it. Yo, I just want to add a little something too, because I'm one of the people. I'm on Twitter and I'm in Facebook groups for these shows. And one thing I've seen a lot of posts about is Ashley, I guess I would say, hinting on social media about her relationship with the other cast members and her not really enjoying this anymore and hinting that she does not want to be part of next season.
I saw the same thing.
Some subtweets.
I heard the same thing.
Some subtweets saying stuff like "Good luck next season," because she was replying to fans. Mm-hmm. So that's something we can keep an eye on. Mm-hmm. But I just saw multiple things about that.
I will say, first of all, this show is nowhere near in a stable place where we can just take Ashley. I will say that. So maybe she is one of the lead or a lead person on the show, because I do feel like if they take Ashley off, it's kind of like, what are we doing?
Well, no, they about to lose their accreditation anyway.
Not their accreditation.
They about to lose that shit. I mean, it's not like they had it, but they about to lose that accreditation.
Okay, so now let's talk about one of my other least favorite shows in the entire world. I'd rather watch multiple seasons of DC than Ready to Love.
Ready to waste your time.
But here we are. So, yes. In the world of Ready to Waste Your Time, here we are. So, they sent Koshia home. That's, y'all know, the week prior, it was to be continued. They sent her home. We knew she was going home. Why did we know she was going home? Because the people at OWN or the people at Ready to Love are so raggedy that they put out a commercial last week of them having a conversation about Koshia being sent home, and yet they didn't even show that scene in this past weekend's episode. I don't know what's going on.
Great Value Productions.
I feel like y'all just gave up on this damn show.
No, I told Brie literally, for y'all showed this in the previews, but it didn't happen. Throw away the show.
I think it's a scene. They pulled a scene from a future episode,
like 3 episodes later.
But that's stupid if you're gonna have a to be continued, like a cliffhanger episode. So now we already know the answer. So we already knew Koshia was going home. We said that last week. We didn't give y'all the name, but we said we already knew who was gonna go home.
Somebody in production was high.
Yeah. So here we are. So listen, I'ma just ramble off on the dates, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm a little tipsy, so this is really raggedy. But here we are. Justin and Rashina, they go dancing. They seem to be vibing. Justin seems to be cool. Listen, y'all know I don't like none of these dudes on this show. I think anybody that's on Ready to Love is a red flag off rip. I don't trust it. Throw it away. They should all be arrested. But if we're talking about who's the best out of the pack right now, Justin's number one. And that's not saying nothing. So don't get too
I mean, I know it's not saying nothing, but I still feel Dominique hasn't done anything.
Okay, fine. He'll give him time. I don't know. And I told you, it's the haircut. I don't know.
Oh,
anyways.
Gosh. Off with his head because he has a bald spot.
I mean, I just feel like we should just make different decisions.
Oh, gosh.
You know? Anyways. So, yes, they went dancing. Is it Rashina? Rashina. She seems to really like Justin. Justin, like I said, it seems to be cool. Next date was Alexis and Chaz. So y'all know Alexis had to take this opportunity to tell Chaz about how she didn't like Hoshea, how they kind of got into it the day before, or the last ladies lounge, and how that went. And Chaz had no idea because he was telling Alexis that, you know, he kind of felt bad that she had to leave, like, you know. And I don't even know if they had like a strong connection like that, but Chaz is a player, and he's trying to play that playboy role, and I'll get to that later. Anyways.
Playman, he ain't no boy. 47 years old.
Right. So it's outdated. It's very old. Like, ew. Anyways, Patrice, Alonzo, Vanessa, and William, they go out on a date. Well, Patrice has a connection with Alonzo and William. So really, they were on a date or like a double date, but they were completely ignoring Vanessa. I felt like that was really whack and lame. Like, my thing is, at the end of the day, why would you bring or invite two guys that you have a connection with what seems to be your homegirl? It just didn't.
Vanessa must have been hungry and she invited her for a free meal.
No, well, Patrice invited her.
That's what I'm saying. Free meal. Patrice took care of it, probably.
I also don't know how many people really has an authentic connection with Vanessa, because I feel like, because she made the comment about how she feels like she's been on more dates with Patrice than the guys.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's alarming. Well, the 2 seconds that William, you know, wiped his drool looking at Patrice the whole time, he then turned to Vanessa and was like, you know, we have good conversations and everything, but like, I feel like every time like I text you, you don't respond. And so she's like, really? Like, when did you text me? So he's looking through his phone and she's like, that is the wrong number. And I'm like, dude. All right, dude. Anyways, Alonzo and Patrice and William, they're talking about the non-negotiables. It's non-negotiable week. Remember, last week was the theme of intimacy, and I told y'all that was too early. They should have talked about non-negotiables last week.
Yeah.
But my opinion. William talks about how his main non-negotiable is somebody that accepts his sons. Like, he is really, really serious about being a father, you know.
And he did mention, too.
Kudos to him for that.
He did mention, too, when he had his first son, that was actually his first immediate.
Right. His first
family.
Immediate blood family. Yes, because he was adopted.
Yep.
So I thought that was sweet. You know, I think the very first time that we met William, when he brought that up, I was like, okay, like, that's how he gonna get into the door with a lot of women.
Yeah. By
saying that, and just being a good father. I feel like women, we're a sucker for a good father, because they're hard to come by. Yeah. Anyways, then he said also, like, you know, he goes to the gym a lot, and then this is when it took a weird turn, because Vanessa and Patrice wasn't really feeling that, and I don't think they weren't feeling the fact that he goes to the gym. They weren't feeling the fact that he mentioned it in a way like that's where majority of his time is spent. Like, he's really serious about being in the gym. And so Vanessa took the route of saying, like, you know, well, if you're spending majority of your time there, like, how much time do I get? Do you spend in the household? Like, you know, what would that look like?
And I feel she boosted that. That's bullshit. Because I'm going to tell you like this. In the gym, the average workout in the gym is between 45 minutes to an hour. They'll tell you there's no reason to work out longer than an hour.
I was like, y'all, I think y'all are taking it too serious, because it don't look like he always in the gym. That's no shade. But it's not like he's like this big, like, muscular guy, like, that looks like he lives in the gym. So I felt like they were putting 20 on 10 because he's saying that because I think he thought that would make him sound good.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever.
All right, y'all. Quick 5 seconds. Maya and Justin, you know, they somehow sparked a little connection. Me, I'm not surprised. You know, Maya 31, Justin, he's young too, being 34. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not surprised. You know, they're both some of the youngest on the show. So for them to have a connection, yeah, go for it. Do what you got to do. Now, well, yeah, Mika and Dominique, they go on a date. In the beginning, when they talked in the beginning of the season, she mentioned to him that, oh, I already have 2 boys. I'm not really interested in giving birth again. And Dominique, he wants a large family. He wants, I think he said between 7 to 10 kids, because his grandfather had a bunch of kids, like a whole roster of kids. But he felt maybe that he can get past that. But, they got together. I guess they had some great combo, hit it off. And Mika made a comment thinking about, for the right one, I may actually, decide to have to give them a child, And for me, I feel like this is disaster and it's bullshit because these are kids. You don't play around with that category. And when somebody says they do not want this or want that, I do not want kids, don't even try to change them on that, because that's how resentment is built. But like I said, I have my own opinion about Mika on this show, but I just feel like she's just talking out her ass. You said many times to different men you do not want kids, and that's how I'm taking it.
This is gonna probably go against a lot of the things that I have said in the past, but in any other situation, any other scenario, I agree with you. Like, I don't take that risk, right? So if I meet a man and they tell me offered they don't want kids, I'm not gonna take the chance, right? Like, I'm gonna move on. In this scenario, though, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, and I've been waiting to say this. I never believed Mika. I never believed Mika that she didn't want to have kids. I never believed her. I agree with Dominic. There's something about her that I'm gonna try to say this nicely. I'll just quote Dominic. Dominic was basically like he got a feeling that somebody could change her mind if it was the right person. And I'll just be nice and go with that. Yes, I felt like she was trying to be kind of like have like that shock value a lot of times when she was talking to the guys, because it got to one point, I remember in one episode where they were following Mika. Every time she talked to a guy, she's like, yeah, I don't want kids. I don't want kids. Like, she would say it so like matter of fact, and part of me feels like she was doing that to see what their reaction would be and like testing them, not because she really doesn't want to have kids. I feel like, I don't know what her background is with her baby daddies. More than like, I'm gonna assume it's probably not the best relationships. She also had her first child when she was really young. So I can see her being like, I don't want to go through this again where I'm somebody's baby mother and I have to deal with a dumbass baby daddy. Like, I don't want to have to do that again. So I don't want to have kids, versus I want to get married. And if I fall in love with the right person, I would want to have a family with that person. And I think that that's where her mindset is. Something about Mika gives me a little bit immature. And I don't say that in a mean way. It's just something about her that, I could tell that there's a lack of maturity when it comes to the dating world. And so that's the route that she decided to take. And Dominic, he was able to pick up on that. And so that's why he said what he said about how, I knew that you would change your mind. But I think that they have a genuine connection. I think that she's really into him. So we'll see where that goes.
So we have a Rashina appearance as she goes out on a date with Jonathan and Will, in which this was for her pretty much a waste of time. After speaking with them, she made her comment saying, I just don't see a spark with both of them. I don't see anything coming from either one of them. Jonathan was peeling off his layers, and we're seeing more and more of him not really wanting to talk.
I was about to say layers.
He was not interested in talking about non-negotiables. He's just here for ass. Like, he's just here waiting for it to fall, thinking like, Willie's here. Somehow he made it past the selection process. He's here for ass too, as well as to let people know he's a multimillionaire, and to try to flaunt fake jewelry that he got at the gas station. But both of them, like I said, both of them, this was a waste of a date. Didn't go nowhere. Which, we might as well take it to the end. At the end of the day, after this, Tommy brought all the ladies, to the women's get together to discuss how they're feeling about the men, the good, the bad, everything. Now, I believe, too, we had another run-in. We had another run-in with Alexis, didn't we, in here?
Yeah, so at the lady lounge, because I don't even think we said this. This was, ladies was in charge this week. So they're sending one of the guys home, or what we thought. So they're in the ladies lounge, and they're talking about the people that they're having connections with and the people that they don't. And then they get on the subject of Will. Ain't nobody in this room got a connection with Will other than Alexis. And Patrice brings up how he approached her at the pajama party, and she called Alexis out because she was like, I could have sworn it was said that whatever is said in the ladies lounge is supposed to stay in the ladies lounge. And so Patrice feels like Alexis was the one that went and told Willie what Patrice said about Will. And it's funny because technically she really didn't, right? And this isn't me sticking up for Alexis, but she really didn't. She really didn't say Patrice is the one that said this. He did figure it out on his own. I told y'all last week he came into that pajama party on a mission.
And how did Patrice fall for that? Like, Willie's not smart. He's not bright. So for him trying to feel like he's an investigator and can get somebody to admit it.
Well, she's the one that said it. And so my thing is that, I feel like anybody would, because he approached her and he was, I heard somebody said this. And so she did. I don't think that she realized that was the case. I think in her mind, as soon as he approached her and brought it up, her mind was, Alexis done told this nigga what I said about so I think she automatically went there. And again, I think I would too. I would assume like you went and told him, right? But technically she didn't. But Alexis did tell him the scenario, right? So when he was in the bottom the week prior, she told him that somebody said that he was sleeping on somebody's floor. Like, she said the story. And, it seems like the girls don't like Alexis. I can see why. Alexis is pissing me off.
She's doing too much.
She's doing a lot. And my thing is for you to be protecting Will.
For some reason.
It's alarming. It's alarming. But y'all, this was a double elimination week.
Bree was happy as hell because it was double homicide.
2 for 1.
Like
we were video.
before Tommy even made his curveball announcement. We were talking. We were just like, just Jonathan's week. Jonathan gotta go.
I said send everybody home.
Send everybody. Well, you got to.
Send everybody home. And then he said 2. I said, oh, perfect. 2 for 1. Will and Jonathan. Bye. Like, what are we talking about? However, there was a bottom 3, and they had William in the bottom 3.
Right.
And I felt like that should have been LaRon.
Because he has nobody.
Who is he connected to? Like, that didn't even make any sense. And so, in a perfect world, we could have got 3 people going home. And it would have been, oh my God, like, let's wrap this season up. Let's wrap it up. But that's not what happened. They sent Jonathan and Will home. So, I'm going to just have to, bask in that glory. Because I'm very happy about that. It's just like, yes, let's get them out of here. But that was it, y'all. That was it. How you feel about it?
Double homicide. Episode is what it was. I think I'm more interested in next episode because the previews, it seems like Chaz got caught up because he's trying to be Mr. Playman in the previews, sending girls the same default text messages and saying the same things to them, trying to be Mr. Popular with all the women. So I'm ready to see how that goes.
I guess, child. We'll see. They all trash.
But y'all be sure to let us know y'all comments on the recent episode.
Yes.
Hit the comment section. Be sure to watch this week's episode on Friday as we should continue to see the shenanigans. DC as well on Saturday. Hopefully they perk up. Hopefully I can stay up this time. I took 2 naps during last episode. Damn, I just really took Bell Collective for granted. I really took it for granted. Because the things she has me watching, like, granted, man. You know?
No, we're having.
I miss Lil Boosie.
Shut up. I had more fun listening to the Risa Tisa story all weekend than these episodes. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, I was invested into that. But, y'all, we will be back for Love is Blind. We're trying to figure out how to make Love is Blind happen because new episodes dropped tonight.
2 episodes.
It was only 2?
Yes. It's 7 through 9, so 3. 7 through 9.
Because last week they dropped 6 episodes. So we had to get through 6 episodes and then also try to figure out how we should do it. So I don't know. We don't want to make any promises as far as if we'll actually release it this week. We're going to watch. I think we have one more episode to watch from last week. And then we have the new episodes that dropped today. So y'all will know. Y'all get a notification. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you can get notified anytime we post a new review. Okay?
Boom.
Boom.
But we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next go around.
Bye.